Good evening, dear viewers. Thanks for joining us on the 7 p.m. edition of the news on Reflets Afrique television. Christian Cardinal Tomi of the Congo Diocese has been freed after spending the night in the hands of his abductors. The bishop was abducted yesterday, November 5, 2020, with the phone of His Royal Highness Fon Sembinglo II. The two were taken during the return of the phone to his people after spending over 6 months out of the palace due to the ravaging crisis in the region. The circumstances surrounding his release is yet unknown, even though he stated that the phone is still held in captivity as they were taken two different directions. The local population in Baba-1 in the Ngokutunza division in the northwest region of the country, together with Catholic Christians, staged a protest prior to his release, denouncing the abduction of the cardinal and phone. Last night, the sacred traditional masquerade was spotted in the community, parading in search for the phone. Different traditional societies in the locality have condemned the act and stated that punishment awaits the perpetrators. The pair were taken in the Baba-1 village in the northwest region of the country. Today, November 6, 2020, marks 38 years since President Paul Biya became the president of Cameroon. While the Unity Palace is celebrating, Cameroonians in South Africa have stormed to the Cameroon embassy and the U.S. building in the political capital Pretoria, with posters calling for a yes to an inclusive dialogue and an end to the reign of President Paul Biya as president of Cameroon. President Paul Biya became the president of Cameroon in 1982 after President Amadou Ahidjo resigned. At 87 years old, his supporters, friends and politicians of the leading CPDM political party, that's the Cameroon People Democratic Movement political party, organized ceremonies to commemorate his leadership each year. Ahead of today's Memorial Day, celebrations have been kept low-key due to the ongoing global coronavirus pandemic and recent attacks, especially in the crisis region. On September 22nd, protests were organized in the capital Yaoundé and Douala by the MRC political party of Maurice Kamto to call for an end to his clung to power. On December 7, over 15 million Ghanaians are expected to head to the polls to elect a president and over 275 members of parliament. And ahead of December's election, a series of processes have been initiated to ensure transparency, fairness, and of course credibility, with a focus on ballot papers, biometric verification processes, and the use of sacred ballot and transparent ballot boxes. The ballot papers will be foldable sheets of papers with 3 slots, the face of the candidate, their party symbol, and a space for the thumbprint mark. Ghana previously used opaque boxes, which attracted ballot stuffing in party strongholds, especially after a series of electoral reform proposals. Currently, the country harbors over 28,000 voting stations across the country where the Electoral Commission will be supervising affairs with security agencies to conduct the country's 7th elections since the return to multi-party democracy in 1992. The Nigerian Immigration Services has confiscated the passport of a prominent member of the NSAS activist group. Mudupe Udele's passport was taken in the airport while she was about leaving for her holidays. It is noted that Udele provided legal services to hundreds of protesters and mobilized 800 volunteer lawyers to help secure bail for those who had been detained due to the protest. The International Criminal Court, that's the ICC, had opened an investigation into the NSAS protests in Nigeria, which began in Lagos on October 8, 2020, and was repeatedly dispersed by the police in Lagos and Abuja. Countries and foreign bodies have pressed for prosecution of those responsible in an incident that resulted in fatalities and injuries. The ICC has assured that the findings of the formal inquiry into the crimes committed during the protest will be made public. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks once more for joining us. I will be back with essential African information on Monday midday. Until then, good evening and have a blessed weekend.